Mama, wanna hear a joke? Ready? Light mode. That's not a joke, it's real. Let me tell you why I use light mode, because there is an actual reason for it. So you guys know that because I need to take care. No, sorry. I need to give attention to what I write on my Twitter and Discord most of the time, to check if I do minor spelling mistakes and stuff like that I do anyway. But I feel like light mode gives me more attention span. I don't know. It makes me feel less comfy, and so it's like working mode time. You know, when I do light mode, I know that I'm working, or I need to post something like I don't wanna do mistakes. I don't know. It's weird to explain. I don't know. I feel like because it's so bright, my eyes pays more attention to what is happening. Does it make any sense? I don't think so. Because every time I try to explain to people, they were like, what? But follow me, okay? Trust me. It makes me more productive, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's why I don't sleep super easily. I don't know. Whatever. No one cares. You guys can use night mode or dark mode. Yeah, you don't have to follow me. That's certainly a hot take. I don't know. I used to do dark mode everywhere, but I also noticed that dark mode made me sleepy, or made me like too relaxed. And you guys know, like sometime, right? Because everything is in dark mode and I draw often, and I have to draw on a white paper, right? Like this screen, for example. The transition between white and black kind of like destroys my vision. That's also a thing. So I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I like that it's controversial. I don't know, it makes sense. It's funny for me, like, huh? Light mode? When it's normal. It's very normal to use light mode. I mean, it's normal for me. And anyway, like, light mode, if there is an option to use light mode, there must be a reason for it. Don't you think so? Well, anyway, that's what I mean for this month as well. It's gonna be fun. If you could tell Raora that she would get into Hololive and in just a few months be able to do so much fun things like making pizza and Italian lesson, how would she react? I don't know. I don't think I will believe that, or I will freak out. I think when I remember the moment when I got the email that in my infiltration in Hololive process, when my infiltration process was completed, and I got the email about that, right? I think I freaked out for days. I think I freaked out for days. At the point where I thought, like, I had to read the email for like 100 times, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I remember I was like reading it, and I had to read. I think I was like reading it for hours. I couldn't stop reading the email. I checked on my PC, I checked on my phone, I checked on my tablet, I checked on everywhere. And no, I'm not reading it anymore, but you know, it's fun how many times I actually had to read that email because I was not believing that. And I remember at some point I was like, it was actually pretty late at night for me, and I remember I was watching a horror movie. I was all alone too, like I was watching a horror movie, and I don't remember which horror movie. Was I watching a movie? I don't remember if I was watching a horror movie in the first place. Maybe I was watching a comedy. I don't remember. I was watching something because it was one of those rare occasions that I sit on the couch and I don't actually work. I don't know. It was kind of weird. I was sitting and I was like on my phone, and at some point I get the phone and I was like, huh? Huh? Oh yeah, so it was a horror movie. Yeah, I start to don't remember anymore. I feel like it was Midsummer, the movie I was watching. And it's one of my favorite movies. I think I was rewatching Midsummer. Yeah, it was not the first time, for sure. It's very scary. It's a very scary movie. Okay, the reason why I got confused with the comedy is because previously I was watching a comedy. The same night I was watching also a comedy. So I don't know if it was only the comedy or it was also the horror movie. I don't remember exactly during what specific moment I got the email. But I remember I was shocked. I started to scream all on my own. Like, I hope the neighbor didn't go scared of me because I was like really screaming and jumping around the house. And yeah, so I remember I got the phone and I had like 5 minutes where I was trying to read the email, right? So you guys know that because English is not my first language, I actually had to read things more than once sometimes to understand the context and everything. Like, not that I actually need it because usually I understand everything very well. It's more like, let me just double check because maybe my English is not good enough for this, right? Or I need to be 100% sure about what is happening right there. And then I was staring at the phone for so long and trying to read again and again and again and again and again because I thought I couldn't believe it. It was too much for me. And then I went to PC. I remember I did something super silly and I clicked on translate this email on Google, you know. I wanted to make sure that I could read it. I don't know. I wanted to make sure that I was reading correctly. I don't know. I know it sounds so silly, but I was like, it was unbelievable for me. And then after that, I started to scream, and I don't remember what happened later. I think I got a buff as usual. Every time I have like a traumatizing or very exciting event, I go in the bathtub. Yeah, actually, yeah. I went into the bathtub. Yeah. Usually I go to onsen as well, but I was too excited to talk to anyone at that point. Yeah, it was crazy. Of course, I translated just because I wanted to, you know, I couldn't believe what I was reading. So yeah, I don't know. I probably won't believe my past myself. I'm so silly now that I'm mentioning this again. Still, I feel very lucky, of course. And for me, even like making pizza with Mori was like, huh? Am I actually making pizza with Mori? Like, I used to listen to her songs all the time, and now I'm collabing with her in the same place, and we're making pizza together. I don't know. I'm sorry that sometimes I still get very excited about things, but you know, I told you guys, even if sometimes I'm a little bit repetitive, you gotta act surprised, okay?